Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers review. Today, thanks to the team over at Robot Kingdom, I'm taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 07 Age of Extinction Grimlock. This is one of the only Hasbro Takara Tomy partnership products that I have been eagerly anticipating. It looks absolutely incredible. They have nailed it in comparison to what they've delivered in the past. It comes in the standard leader sized packaging with the 07 Studio symbol. Over here we have Grimlock in his dino mode. Given the box a spin, we see Studio 7, and again we see Grimlock on the back of the box in both his bot and dino mode. And on the bottom here we have Blackout, who I also have, and he again is a very good figure. And we have Starscream. Right, before we take a look at the figure, if you are new to these Studio Series figures, each figure comes with an explosive action-packed background. Basically, they are based on the movies in which the figure was featured, and it's nice. It's very much like something we used to get with the old Marvel Legends figures. I really like it. You've got a little base stand, definitely aimed at a kind of a collector audience, because these are designed for kids or adults or kidults to showcase their figures on. And here we have Grimlock out of his plastic prison. He does really look fantastic, and you see the emphasis on the word look there. I'm just so used to handling figures that look like this but have like the die cast and that in them. He really doesn't have any heft or real mass to him. In fact, he almost feels lighter than the original leader class Grimlock, but I'm sure he isn't. The paint applications on this are impeccable. They look stunning. There are people out there that say, yes, I can paint better than that. I'm sure you can, but I, for one, can't, and this is spot on, in my opinion. I couldn't ask for it to look any better than it does. You still have the limitations on the articulation, on the arms and hands, etc. But all in all, it's a far better entry into the movie line than anything else we've had from Hasbro and Takara. I love that they've actually acknowledged there is this scale chart that exists, and they've tried their darn hardest to make all of these studio figures scale appropriately to that scale chart, whether it be your deluxe size Bumblebee being smaller than the deluxe size Ratchet, who in turn is then smaller than the Voyager Prime and Starscream, and then you get the leader class Grimlock towering over them all. And here we have him on his flame-ridden China background. He only just fits on. He's quite large, but man, does that look effective. You can just imagine that being on a detail for maybe in like a Billy bookcase with these behind them, and they do really make the figures pop. Just getting in nice and close. I mean, just look at the detail on the head alone. As you would expect from Hasbro or Takara, all of the sharp and pointy things are made of a very flexible rubber, but I'm okay with that. It's kind of in keeping with the tone of the figure. Everything that could possibly get broken is rubberized, but the only thing I don't think it works so well on is the teeth. I think the teeth do tend to curve inwards and outwards a little bit. That can be rectified by applying a little bit of heat from something like a hairdryer, and they do tend to revert back to their original shape. But just look at the attention to detail there. Even the paint applications on the eyes, really piercing there. I just love that Grimlock head sculpt. I mean, the face itself, that's an amazing character. So much attention to detail. Done a sterling job. And let's take a look at the rest of the body. Again, this attention to detail continues down under the arms. I believe in essence this is exactly the same shell that they used for the Grimlock, but it's just had an extreme revamp with some extra sculpt and a few added paint applications. They've done away with the fist. This now becomes the tail. I believe it all folds inwards and outwards, but the spiked kind of mace-like hand again really suits this mold. This is the hand I was talking to you about, which is unfortunately in this kind of locked position. The hand itself doesn't move, but we do now have a ratchet on that hinge to make the arm look semi-normal. We get these skirts, which are made of a solid plastic, but it still has some flex throughout it. The rear skirt at the back, that's rubberized, but again we have some paint applications on either side. The head can look up and down. We can go left and we can go right. We can tilt side to side. The arms are on ratchets. See the reason we need these to be rubberized? They will get caught if we're not careful. We get a ratchet out this far to the side. Unfortunately, that's as far as we can go. This is locked into position. There's an upper bicep rotation. We get a single jointed bend at the elbow and no movement there on the mace. The waist can rotate. We have no abdominal crunch. The hip skirts come forward and out to the side, allowing for movement this far forwards, this far backwards. Ratchet out to the side. Really nice ratchet on there. Nice big thigh cut there, and we get in essence a double joint on that knee, but it's a very ugly knee joint. You really want to kind of make it work for you. Best probably lock it into the single joint and then bring the knee spike upwards. But again, even the details on the inner knees, even they've been reworked. And coming down to the feet, we have up, down, left and right, and we can get slight tilt on those ball sockets. So with the addition of those joints and all of those gorgeous paint applications, you can get him in some really nice dynamic poses. I've got him trying to run into battle here, whether you're acting out Age of Extinctions or The Last Night. I think this definitely works. For a quick scale comparison, here we have him alongside the Studio Series Prime, Bumblebee, and the Legendary Toys 02 Optimus Prime. As you can see, he scales absolutely incredibly well with these figures. And as far as dinky little tiny deluxes go, Bumblebee is awesome. I love what they've done with him. Don't get me wrong, his hands do fall off and his backpack falls off, but he looks so good in hand, as does Prime. I will review both of those if you want me to. More than happy to. They're good figures. And of course I will review Legendary Toys Prime, but that's a whole other ball game and a whole separate channel. That was amazing as Grimlock looks in his robot mode. Let's transform him up into his dino mode. Apparently we rotate this out and around to the side. This rotates like so, and this part of the tail opens outwards, and then the dino head splits. The legs are quite firmly tabbed in. You want to pull those apart so it comes up and round, and that untabs from the base like so. Bring the legs outwards like this. Right, we have this arm here. We want to rotate that down, and the jaw is going to come around, and then this pushes backwards and under. The jaw comes up and over, and there's these tabs just on here. They are going to slot down and tab in on both sides. We've got the little dino arms, which can be brought downwards. Push the crown on his head down. Push the chest forward, and it just comes away from these sections here. The head then rolls backwards into the chest, and then that can be pushed back off. Each one of these legs can fold up, and you see there's a slot just here. The leg will tab into said slot. As you can see, this part here is going to slide up to form the upper thigh. Make sure that the feet are rotated around. This section underneath here, that folds in. So we've got this kind of tail cover thing going on, and then we can bring this center piece down to protect it all, and then it's just a matter of positioning your dino. And here we have him fully transformed up. No, he's not going to look amazing from every single angle, but he is leaps and bounds better than what we've had before. I mean, he's not an ugly dino, it's just a matter of positioning everything into place. The spiked tail kind of arm thing was a nice touch. I think the dino head kind of hid away quite nicely there, as did the dino arm here. The added paint applications does make the world of difference, and we've still got the articulation on this jaw. I mean, it actually locks in and out. We've got the full extent of that crazy evil dino head going on there. We can use both of those double jointed knees, so we still have the range of motion to go forwards and backwards on this thigh joint. It's just this shoulder piece section that's now tabbed into place. You just have to watch this underside. It does tend to get caught if the legs are too close, but we've got the full range on the feet, and all in all, I think that's a really nice dino. And I hate to say it because I'm not a huge Hasbro and Takara fan, but I really want to see them do the rest of the dinos like this. I would snap them up in an instant. Just to give you an idea of how he scales. With Optimus in this mode, no, I don't think that works. But with Dino, the alien attack, Farage, yes, that I think works exceptionally well. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The new Studio Series 07 Age of Extinction Grimlock. Downsides, you can see through the side of his mouth there, it is still quite hollow, but man, this is leaps and bounds better than anything they've given us before. I mean, they've actually got a paintbrush out and painted something. Well, it looks like they have anyway. Thanks again to Robot Kingdom for making this review possible. I hope you found it useful. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe. Let me know in the comments section below which of these movie figures you would like to see reviewed next. And until next time, from myself and Grimlock, thanks for watching. Goodbye.